Hi, today's class from Snapshot book, page number 6. We'll continue the first chapter. So, in the last video, part 1, we read till page number 5, where Aram asks Murad that did he steal the horse, and he asks how long he had been riding the horse, and Murad answered that he had been riding the horse only that morning. Okay, so let us begin. Not until this morning, he said. Are you telling the truth? I said. Of course not, he said. But if we are found out, that's what you are to say. I don't want both of us to be liars. All you know is that we started riding this morning. So Murad is teaching Aram that if they are caught, they are supposed to say that they got the horse the same morning only, okay? And they had been riding only that morning, means the morning in which the same morning when they are riding the horse, both of them. All right, I said. He asked the horse quietly to the barn. He walked the horse quietly to the barn of a deserted vineyard, which at one time had been the pride of a farmer named Fitwajan. There were some oats and dry alfalfa in the barn. So Murad took the horse into the barn. Okay, it was deserted, means it was all alone. It was very lonely. Sorry, there was no one around it, and it belonged to one of the pride farmer. His name was Fitwazian, and we began walking home. It wasn't easy, he said, to get the horse to behave so nicely. At first, it wanted to run wild, but as I have told you, I have a way with the horse. I can get it to want to do anything I want it to do. Horses understand me. So Murad told Aram that it was very difficult for him to manage the horse, but he had his way with the animals and he had a special way with the horse also. Therefore, he had controlled the horse by his own ways, by his own techniques. Okay, and horses understand Murad. How do you do it? I said. I have an understanding with a horse, he said. Yes, but what sort of an understanding? I said. A simple and honest one, he said. Well, I said, I wish I knew how to reach an understanding like that with a horse. You are still a small boy, he said. When you get to the 13, you will know how to do it. So Aram wants to know that how he does with the horses. But Murad says that he was too small to learn all these things. When he will reach to age 13, he will automatically learn the things, how to deal the horses. Okay. You was I went home and ate a hearty breakfast. That afternoon, my uncle Khushrov came to our house for coffee and cigarettes. He sat in the parlor sipping and smoking. A farmer named John and remembering the old country. So that afternoon, Uncle Khushrov, Murad's uncle, came to Aram's house, and that time he sat in the parlor and he had a coffee. Then he was smoking also. After sipping the coffee, he was smoking also, and he was remembering the old country days, means he was talking about the old country. Then another visitor arrived, a farmer named John Byro, an Assyrian who, out of loneliness, had learned to speak Armenian. So, after Uncle Khushrov, John Byro came there to Aram's house. He was Assyrian, but as he had been living there, so he too had learned Armenian language. My mother brought the lonely visitor coffee and tobacco, and he rolled a cigarette and sipped and smoked. And then at last, sighing sadly, he said, "My white horse, which was stolen last month, is still gone. I cannot understand it." So John Byro is expressing his grief of losing that white horse. He had lost the white horse 1 month ago and still he was unable to find it. So he's expressing his grief to Uncle Kushro. And you know that freak man, you know how wacky he is. My uncle Khushro became very irritated and shouted, "It's no harm. What is the loss of a horse? Haven't we all lost the homeland? What is this crying over a horse?" No, this mad, this freak person, he said, "Why are you crying over the horse? We have lost our homelands. Then what is this? You're crying over a mere horse. This is all stupidity. What may be that may be all right for you, a city dweller, to say," John Byro said, "but what of my Surrey? What good is a Surrey without a horse?" Now, Uncle John Byro said that it is okay with you, but not with me. I am a poor person. I fill my stomach by earning through the horse because I run my surrey, and surrey is of no use. Surrey means cart, which is run or which is carried by horses. Okay, so without horse, that surrey is of no use. "Pay no attention to it," my Uncle Khushrov roared. "I walked 10 miles to get here," John Byro said. "You have legs," my Uncle Khushrov shouted. So when John Byro was crying, Uncle Khushrov said, "Pay no attention to it. There is no harm." So this is Uncle Khushrov's refrain. Now John Byro said that he had come from 10 miles to express his grief, to talk to him, and he is paying no attention. Yeah, then at this, Uncle Khushrov said that he may go back. He has got two legs, no harm in that. "My left leg pains me," the farmer said. "Pay no attention to it," my Uncle Khushro wrote. "That horse cost me $60, the farmer said. "I spit on money," my Uncle Khushro said. He got up and stalked out of the horse, slamming the screen door. Now, this made John Byro angry because when he said that it cost $60 to John Barrow to purchase that horse, Uncle Khushrov that said that he does not even spit on money. So this made John Barrow angry. He slammed the door and went from there. My mother explained he was a gentle heart. She said it is simply and that he is homesick and such a large man. The farmer went away, and I ran over to my cousin Murad's house. Now, here, Aram's mother, she's making excuses. She's protecting Uncle Khushro, talking to John Byro that it is because Uncle Khushro is feeling homesick. That's why he's making such comments. Don't feel bad, John Byro. Okay, but farmer he went away from there, and cousin he ran over to my cousin Murad's house. Okay, he was sitting under the peach tree. So where was he sitting? Murad was sitting under the peach tree. Aram went to Murad's house, and Murad was sitting under the peach tree, trying to repair the hurt wing of a young robin which could not fly. He was talking to the bird. So he saw that Murad was sitting under the tree. He was repairing the leg or hurt wings of the robin. Robin is a bird. As she was unable to fly, so Murad was helping the bird to fly. Okay, so he has special ways with animals. He love animals actually. He understands their pain also. "What is it?" he said. "The farmer John Byro," I said. He visited our house. He wants his horse. You have had it a month. I want you to promise not to take it back until I learn to ride. So Aram doesn't want to give the horse to John Byro because he too wants to learn riding. It will take you a year to learn to ride, my cousin Murad said. We should keep the horse a year, I said. My cousin Murad leaped to his feet. What? He roared. Are you inviting a member of a Garoguralian family to steal? The horse must go back to its true owner. Now Murad wants to send the horse back to the owner, whereas Aram he wants to keep the horse as long as he is not able to, or you can say until he is able to learn horse riding. But Murad is not willing to keep because he doesn't want to be called as a thief. Okay, it will. Sorry. When I said in 6 months at the latest, he said he could keep the horse only not more than 6 months. He threw the bird into the air. The bird tried hard, almost fell twice, but at last flew away high and straight. Early every morning for 2 weeks, my cousin Murad and I took the horse out of the barn of the deserted vineyard where we were hiding it and rode it. And every morning, the horse, when it was my turn to ride alone, leaped over the grapevines and small trees and threw me and ran away. So every morning they were riding for 2 weeks more. They kept the horse, and but Murad is unable. Sorry, Aram is unable to ride it. Nevertheless, I hoped in time to learn to ride the way my cousin Murad rode. One morning on the way to Fetvision's deserted vineyard, we ran into the farmer John Byro, who was on his way to town. One day, after riding the horse, when they were going to Fitwazian vineyard to keep the horse there, they met John Byro. Let me do the talking, my cousin Murad said. I have a way with farmers. Good morning, John Byro, my cousin Murad said to the farmer. The farmer studied the horse eagerly. No, John Byro saw a white horse and he started reading the horse because he knew it is going to be his horse only. Good morning, son of my friends, he said. What is the name of your horse? My heart, my cousin Murad said in Armenian. So he called his horse My Heart. Murad said, my horse name is My Heart. A lovely name, John Byro said. For a lovely horse, I could swear it is the horse that was stolen from me many weeks ago. May I look into his mouth? Of course, Murad said. So he said that he promised that it was his horse. So he asked Murad that could he see into the mouth of the horse? The farmer looked into the mouth of the horse. Tooth for tooth, he said. I would swear it is my horse, and if I didn't know your parents, the fame of your family for honesty is well known to me. Yet the horse is the twin of my horse. A suspicious man would believe his eyes instead of his heart. Good day, my young friends. So he said, I know that your family is known for honesty and truthfulness, but I can promise, tooth by tooth, this horse is familiar, similar to my horse. Okay, so but he is suspicious, so he cannot believe he would believe his eyes. Suspicious man will believe his eyes rather than his heart. His heart was saying that they cannot steal because they belong to Garogalian family. But his eyes, they speak that it was his horse. So John Byro wants to trust his eyes. Okay. Good day, John Byro. My cousin Murad said. Early the following morning, we took the horse to John Byro's vineyard and put it in the barn. The dogs followed us around without making a sound. The dogs, I whispered to my cousin Murad. I thought they would bark. So next morning, they tied the horse in John Byro's barn. Okay, and dogs followed these two boys, but they did not bark because Murad has his ways with all the animals. They would at somebody else, he said. I have a way with dogs. Murad said they would bark at somebody else, but not at me because he has the ways with dogs. My cousin Murad put his arms around the horse, pressed his nose into the horse's nose, patted it, and then we went away. That afternoon, John Byro came to our house in his surrey and showed my mother the horse that had been stolen and returned. I do not know what to think, he said. The horse is stronger than ever, better tempered too, I thank God. My uncle Kushro, who was in the parlor, became irritated and shouted, Quiet, man, quiet. Your horse has been returned. Pay no attention to it. So, in the last, also, we have got a funny refrain of Uncle Kushro. So, John Byro is happy to have his dog. Moreover, he found that his his horse has become very healthy. He has become now good tempered. Okay, better tempered means good tempered. He has become stronger and he's very happy. So Murad has his ways with horse, which made the horse very healthy and happy. In this way, the two boys enjoyed the horse riding. They learned horse riding. They had a full fun time, and they returned the horse safely to the owner. So it means they were not the thieves, though they had taken the horse without John Byro's permission, but they had returned it safely. Okay, that is the end of the chapter. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye bye.